Hello my dear learners, welcome to my channel. In this video series, we are learning Kotlin programming language with practical demonstration. In the previous video, we discussed about how to apply condition in Kotlin language, types of condition and if condition with in operator practically. You can learn that concept by watching my previous video. Now, in this video, we will discuss about for loop in Kotlin with a dot operator, for loop with in operator, for loop with a step keyword and for loop with downTo keyword. So, let's start the session. I am creating a new Kotlin script to give you the practical demonstration for the loop in the Kotlin. So I am just creating a file with the name of a loop.kt, and what I am doing is I am just increasing some font size to you guys for the proper visualization. Okay. So in that I will write a main method function main. It is a starting point of the program execution in the Kotlin language. So in this program, I will give you the practical demonstration for the loop available in the Kotlin. We will discuss about the for loop in this program. I am just giving you some practical points about the loop. So there will be a two type of loop, entry control loop and exit control loop. Okay. So basically I am just giving you the basic syntax for the for loop in the every programming language. So if you are using any programming language, there will be a loop like as a for loop, while loop and a do while loop also. So here I am just providing a basic functionality for the loops for the programming languages. Say for example, this is I am looking for the for loop now. So if you have any starting point, if you have any ending point, then you will use the for loop over here. So I am writing a loop for over here. So if you know about what is the starting point of the loop and if you know about what is the ending point of the loop, at that time you will use the for loop. So at what time you will use the while loop? It is basic concept for the loop like as if when you know the starting point of the loop and if you don't know about at which point your loop will be ended, at that time the while loop will be used. So it means that if you don't know at what point my loop will be stopped, at that time you will need to use the while loop. Say for example, in the while loop you will know the starting point, but if you don't know the ending point of the loop, at that time the while loop will be used. Say for example, if you want to read the data from the file, okay, so the file will have the multiple data, so you exactly don't know how many times your loop will be executed. At that time the while loop will be used. And there is another loop also, we can say like as a do while also. A do while loop means what? A loop will be executed minimum at one time. After that the condition will be executed. So I am writing just minimum one time execution will be there for the loop, and after that your condition will be there after the execution of the one time. So condition after execution, here you can say the condition will be checked before the execution, and in the for loop also the condition will be checked before the execution. So this for loop and while loop will be the entry control loop and the do while is the exit control loop. This loop fundamental available in the every programming language. So in the Kotlin also we have the loops available. There is another loop also, you can say like there is a for each loop also. And in the general programming language, the for each loop will be used to iterate the array elements. So if you have the array and you want to iterate one by one every element of the array, at that time you will use the for each loop. So say for example, there is an array and array has that different elements and you want to iterate the elements available into the array, at that time the for each loop will be used. So here I am writing for in the bracket I in. Here is an in operator available in the Kotlin. To iterate the loop, there is an in operator available. After the in, you have to write the starting point and the ending point of the loop. So the in operator is used. It is also available in the Python. If some of you are working in the Python, the in operator is there in the Python also. Okay. So here I am writing I in 1 to 10. It is a general programming. It is in the general programming language. Say for example, I want to start my loop from first to 10. So here I will use the dot operator, not to write a 2 over there. You have to write a dot in between the range. Okay. So it is a kind of range also. Here I have written for I in 1 dot 10 means the starting point of this loop will be 1 and ending point of this loop will be 10. Okay, and 1 and 10 both are inclusive, not the exclusive. Both value are inclusive into the loop. So now in the curly brackets I will write the value of the I. So I just want to print the value of the variable I. So I will write a $I. I am saving the file and running the file. So as you can see in the output, we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a 10 as an output, because we have started a loop from the 1 and we have ended the loop to the 10. I am just copy and paste it over here, and now I am just changing the value of my variable which are available into the loop. Say for example, now I just want to increment of two values. Okay, so say for example in the C and Java language you will use the plus plus operator, I plus 1, I plus 2 over there. Here I am writing a basic syntax for the for loop. Say for example, for integer I equal to 0, I less than 10 and I plus plus. So this syntax is available into the Java and a C also. So here I have started the loop with 0 and I have ended the loop with 9. Okay. So as you can see here I have written I plus plus. Now what if you want to increment 2 value over there? You can change the condition over there also. I less than equal to 10. So my loop is started with a 0 and ended with a 10, and I am incrementing one value at a time. You can increment the multiple values to your loop variable. Say for example, here I have written I plus plus. I am just writing I plus equal to 2. It means that now the value will be incremented with two values. Okay. So same like if you want to do the same in the Kotlin, there is a different way. You can use the step keyword to increment the multiple values to your variables. So here we have to write the step keyword to increment multiple values to the loop variable. So for example, this loop is started from 1 and ended with a 10. I will write a step 2 over there. Okay. So now the value of I will be incremented plus 2. Say for example, I have a 1 and the value will be incremented to the 2. So now I am just saving this file. See, I have made the changes into the code. The first for loop is a basic for loop, and in this second for loop is I have used with a in keyword, dot operator and a step keyword. So in this loop I have used total 3 keywords: in operator, dot operator and step operator. Okay. So I am just saving the file first, and now I am going to run the file. Let's see what we are getting in the output. We are getting, say for example, I just need to write a println statement over here to provide the output in the next line. Okay, see over here we are getting 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. This happened because we have written step 2 over there. So value will be incremented plus 2 times. Okay. So over here the value of I is incrementing plus 2 over there. Okay. So that is why we are getting 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 as an output for our second loop. So as you can see, in the first loop we are getting 1 to 10, and in the second loop we are getting 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now I am writing another loop. Say for example, now I am starting the loop with a 2 and ending with a 10, and I have given a step 2, means the 2 value will be incremented to the loop variable. As you can see in the output we are getting 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Now what if you want to iterate the loop in the reverse order? So at that time there is a keyword named as downTo. which is available into the Kotlin. I'm just giving you the practical demonstration of how to use that downTo keyword. So I hope till now you are getting this point. We are using the in operator, we are using dot dot operator, we are using a step operator also. Now what I am doing is I am just copying this line of code over here and paste it in the next line. Now I just want to iterate my loop to the reverse order. So what I need to do is I just need to make the changes into my code. For example, for I in, now the first element will be bigger than the second element to iterate the reverse loop. Okay. So for example, 10, 9, 8, 7, likewise to the 1. So if you want to iterate the loop from, say for example, 10 to 1, so you have to write I in 10 dot dot 1, and with that we have to provide the downTo keyword. So let me just run this code so you will have the better idea. This code is not generating any output. Okay. So the line number 14 we are return the for loop, but it is not providing us the output. Here we have provided 1 to 10. Okay. So there is no need of any increment operator. But here we have provided 10 to 1. So we have to tell the Kotlin compiler, I need to reverse the loop with the how many values. So for example, here I need to write down 2 and then I will write, say for example, 1. Okay, sorry, I will write the down 2 keyword over here. So I in 10 down to 1. So this is what the syntax is to iterate the reverse loop into the Kotlin. Okay. So here what I have written for I in 10 down to 1. So this loop is starting from the 10 and ending to the 1 in the reverse order. So now I am just saving the file first, and now I am going to run the file. As you can see in the output, we are getting 10 to 1 over there. Okay, because we have iterated the loop in the reverse order, 10 to 1. This is what the basic syntax. I am just copying this line of code and paste it over here. Now with the downTo keyword, you can provide the step also. So say for example, the loop is started from 20 down to 1, I am providing step 2. Okay. So I am decreasing the value of the I with 2 values. So you can assume the output of these for loop which are written into the line number 18. It has started with a 20 and ended with a 1, and we have provided step 2, means the value will be decremented with 2 values. So you can guess the output and write it into the comment box. What is the output of the line number 18 loop which are written into the line number 18? So now as you can see in the output, we are getting 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4 and 2. Okay. So this is what you can use the for loop in the Kotlin. This is the different ways you can use the for loop. You can use the inner loop also. Okay. And you can create some different kind of pyramids also. So that's all from my side in this video. In the next video, we will discuss about a when statement with multiple case, a when statement with in operator, and else with a when statement. So stay tuned to my channel, like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.